Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Victoria from Supergeeked. I was thinking the other day, it's been a little while since I've done a day in the life. So why not film myself all week? You know, go big or go home, right? Of course, I'm not gonna film everything that happens in a week, but I will film a lot of it so you can kind of get an idea what a week in the life of an online reseller looks like, especially one that is a busy mom. So I'm here barefaced with you, no makeup, just got out of the shower, so my hair is still wet. So I'll definitely have to put my face on this morning. Generally, I get up about 5:30. I know some of you resellers probably like to sleep in because you don't have a 9 to 5. You don't have to go clock in somewhere, which is awesome. However, I have 2 boys that need to get to school. And generally, I'm the one who's here in the mornings. My husband's a firefighter, so when he's on shift, he's at the fire station. And this week, he is 3 hours away because he's at the fire academy for some special training. So he will not be back till Thursday evening. So I've already gotten the boys off to school. Definitely did not want to film that. It is pure chaos here in the mornings between the 2 of them and the puppy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So got home, took my shower, took my pills, and I'm sitting here with my daily harvest. This is what I have for breakfast a lot of times. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I just really like them. They're fruit smoothies. They have all kinds of stuff, but I generally like their fruit smoothies. So I have that for breakfast in the morning. All right, so I'm going to turn the camera off and put my face on, and then we're going to get into some of this. Oh, today is filming day for me. It is Mend It Monday. I'm so excited to start this new series here on the channel. So I will be filming that today. I'm also going to be filming a haul. Last week, I went to New Orleans with my girls, Tanya from Double T's Treasures and Alicia from Murray Life. You probably get sick of seeing us all together. I did film a bunch of footage, so you will get to see us acting up in the thrift stores. We hit a Goodwill, and we also hit Salvation Army. And when we release those videos, I'll have a big announcement on mine, so you'll want to stay tuned to that. I am partnering. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably don't know about it, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's get into today and filming the rest of the week. All right, face is on. And I just painted my nails. They're super short, so don't judge. But time to get my day started. So today is filming day. I'm going to be filming my Mend It Monday and a haul. So I'm going to have this camera set up while I set up my regular camera. As you know, as resellers, in any self-employed person, you have to be accountable and you have to be able to keep yourself on task in order to be successful. You don't have a boss standing over your shoulder, making sure you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing and doing it right. And so because of that, I'm excited about having an extra tool to be able to keep me focused. So let's get into recording these videos. All right, so I just got done filming my first video, which is my Mend It Monday. I'm gonna start editing that because I need to get it up for tonight. I do have one more clip to record once I get the items that are soaking out of the bath and get them dried. I'll want to show a clip of what they look like. And it is filming day, so I'll be filming the haul of the items back here from my trip to New Orleans with my girlfriends. That's up next. But I have a couple housekeeping things I need to do first. I need to order groceries because my husband's out of town. So I'm going to get on Walmart and do a grocery pickup order. And so I can pick those up when I pick up the kids after school. I'll pick them up. We'll go straight to Walmart, do the pickup. It's just easier for me when my husband's not here to do that. Otherwise, I like to shop at a local grocery store and give my money to them, but they don't do the local pickup. So this is just more convenient for me this week, and that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm going to do that next, and then I'm going to go check on the items that are soaking, get them to start drying so I can film a clip, and I got to film this haul. Also, in a little bit, I'll come back because I have some packages I need to do, and I'll let you watch me package. And yeah, so that's what we got going on. All right, y'all, so let's do some packaging. I have a Madewell dress that I sold. These are all sales from Poshmark. So we're just gonna chit chat while I'm packaging. So I did not film yesterday because I had to go get my driver's license renewed because this is my birthday month. I am an Aries, and a long time ago, they accidentally hyphenated my last name, the girl at the DMV, without asking, and I never got it fixed. So even when I got a passport, I had to use this hyphenated name because they go by what's on your driver's license. Anyway, I have 4 names because I was named after both my great-grandmothers. And so when I got married, I did not want to get rid of my middle name. And in the South, it's usually traditional that you keep your maiden name and use it as your middle name. And I also like my maiden name. It's Moon. So very interesting last name. So anyway, I decided to keep my middle name and my maiden name. And so I have 4 names now. And anyway, it caused all this trouble and I had never gotten it fixed. And so it was time to renew, and I went with my mom yesterday to get it. And it didn't take too terribly long, but it still took up my morning. And so that package is done. So we went, and it went fairly quickly. This is a J. Crew skirt that I sold on Poshmark, but it did take up my morning. And by the time I got home, I had a couple things I needed to do. And then I had a doctor's appointment. It was through Zoom, but that took an hour. And once I got a phone call while I was in my doctor's appointment, or on my doctor's appointment, and fix my crazy hair. And so I called that person back when I got off and spent 30 minutes on the phone with them. Then my mom called. I talked to her for a little bit. Then somebody else called me, and then my mom called back. So I ended up being on the phone from 1 o'clock until about 3:30 yesterday, which is crazy. You know what? I forgot to put my thank you card. Trying to multitask over here, and I forgot to put my thank you card on my last package. Oh well. Anyway, here's my thank you card. It's got all my info on the back. And then I got these stickers on Amazon. I love these. So you see those? So people can post about it on Instagram or Facebook and tag me, and always love that. So anyway, I stayed on the phone. My kids had to be picked up after that, and so I really got very little done. I was supposed to film a haul yesterday. That didn't happen. I was supposed to package some items. That didn't happen. So sort of playing catch up today. I really want to go to the thrift store. I feel like the thrift store is calling my name, and I don't usually feel like that. I don't get like this thing I need to go to the thrift store. In fact, I haven't been shopping locally, I don't think in like 6 months, y'all. Maybe less than that, but I'm pretty sure it's been about maybe less than that, maybe 4 months. Anyway, for some reason, this is a Old Navy dress that I got from the bins. I have this feeling I need to go to the thrift store, and I have no idea why, but I can't go until I get these packages done and I film a haul. So that's the 2 big things. Also, my husband is out of town. I think I mentioned this earlier in the video probably. So sorry, I forgot because that was Monday. But he is in Jackson, which is the state capital of Mississippi, until later in the week. So I am single mom this week, and kiddos have Cub Scouts tonight. So I am going to be doing that. Let's see, we got a new offer on Poshmark for some mid-tier designer Bogner pants. I think that's the first offer I've had on it. $50. I think I'll take that. I had them originally listed for $95, and I've offered 20% off of that and 30% off. So I think it's time to go ahead and just take an offer, which I'm fine with. I usually list high. That's how I decide my pricing. Because anytime someone likes my items, I have Posher VA, and I don't even have to think about it. It automatically sends them a 20% off offer. I make a lot of sales that way. And then like at least once a month, I send out 30% off offers. Okay, that's done. Okay, this is a Maeve dress. So hopefully I'll have time to go to the thrift store before Cub Scouts, because for some reason, I feel like I need to go to this specific store. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like hyped up on coffee because I am not a coffee drinker. You can ask my girl, Alicia from Murray Life. When we go on our trips, she has to have coffee, but I am not a big coffee drinker. So like if we go to Starbucks, I have this, I like to get a black tea lemonade with 4 pumps of cane sugar and 4 pumps of brown sugar syrup. It is so good. So I'm more like a sweet tea kind of girl. I do have coffee today. This is my Rock City mug. Have you never been to Chattanooga and gone to Rock City? It is so stinking kitschy. There's like gnomes, there's like, they have like a blacklight exhibit that you go into a cave and it's just like totally kitschy. Like totally 60s, 70s, you know, totally like late 60s era, really cool. I love these new poly mailers I got, by the way. I'm a packaging kind of girl. I know you see me sitting here doing all this stuff. If you're a new reseller, you do not have to do all this packaging. It's just what I choose to do. It brings me joy. And I have mentioned before, I like to do things that bring me joy. So I like poly mailers. I like tissue paper. I like matching stickers, and that's just how I roll over here. On Supergeeked, these are a pair of Joe's jeans, like pants. They were new with tags. They had sort of like a sailor vibe, really cute. And you'll see all these in my What Sold video for March when it comes out. I got a February one that I've got to record. But with doing Mend It Monday, I've got a lot more videos I'm doing, including this vlog, which I don't normally do. So you get to see what I'm doing during the week. Okay, let's talk about returns. So you saw me do Mend It Monday, and I do like to repair items if they can be repaired. I feel like the items I try to pick up, or some people would say I have a curated store or a curated closet, but I don't try to curate. I just pick up things that I think are on trend, not trendy, but on trend, that can be mixed into a classic wardrobe. I like vintage, I like quirky, I like mid-tier designer stuff, and then of course I sell hard goods too. I take a lot of care in my items. You don't have to overdo things, but it's just, this is how I choose to run my business. So I'm not telling anybody what to do. You can do your business however you choose to. I have friends that don't clean shoes, that don't mend items, and they make a career out of reselling too. And that's totally fine. For me, I choose to put a little extra elbow grease and love into my items. And the reason why is because I want the buyer to have a good experience. I want them to get the item. And if there is a flaw, I always note it, always take pictures of it, point it out so that they know before they buy it. I had a lady buy a pair of Anthro flats. And my point in telling you all this stuff is just to say, returns are gonna happen. It's part of the business. I don't have a very high return rate, and that's because I think I take extra care with my items. But this is a ModCloth, the brand's called Pavlov. It's one of the sub-brands that ModCloth carries. I've had this dress for a long time. I thought it would sell for a lot faster, and it sold for $70, which is good, but I sat on it for a long time. And again, you'll see it in the What Sold video. So anyway, this I had bought these Anthro flats a long time ago at the beginning of my reselling career. I probably would not pick them up now, only because they were in great condition. They didn't have any damage except for a few faint little dark spots on the leather. They were, and I'll pop up a picture of what they look like. They're really cute. They had these little tennis rackets on the front of them, so totally quirky, up my alley. And I believe they were Pilcrow in the letterpress flats. I did note in the listing that there were dark spots and that they were pre-loved, because they were, and they were still in excellent condition. The only, I mean, they had been worn, so these were little flats that the leather had kind of like creased in the back where somebody would like put their shoe on and maybe step on the back of it. And I photographed all that and showed it in the listing because I don't want to deceive anybody. Well, some lady got real mad and she tried to say my packaging was terrible, which, I mean, you see, I put extra care in my packaging. She said that this shoes had been sitting with other shoes. How does she know that? She didn't know how I do my inventory system. And I'm also one of those people that stuff shoes with tissue paper, to make sure they stay molded, that they keep their form. I put them in bags, and then they're in my inventory system. I try to put all the light shoes in one bin, the heavier shoes in another, so that they're not, causing damage to the other shoes. Anyway, she wanted a return, and I don't get upset about returns, even if people make up stuff and like are dramatic about it or talk crap about my my packaging. I just basically told her, I get a lot of compliments to my packaging. I'm very careful with it. I would never try to deceive a customer, and my listing clearly shows, and I showed all the pictures that there was creasing on the back of them. And she did ask me questions before she bought them. I always find that the buyers who buy $25 and under and ask a bunch of questions are usually the ones that ask for returns. So keep that in mind. But anyway, she asked for a return, and I just showed my pictures, and my listing clearly states that they're pre-loved and they're in great condition. I mean, they're cute shoes. She said they were unwearable, which is not true. But Poshmark did side with me. So it just goes to show, be honest in your listings. Now, had Poshmark not sided with me, I would have been totally fine, because on Poshmark, I don't pay for the shipping, she does. And, unless I give a shipping discount. And then they sent her a label to return it. So that didn't come out of my pocket. eBay, if there's a return, then, sometimes I have to pay to have it returned. Moral of the story is returns are going to happen. You just kind of have to know that in this business. And you have to also know that people are going to make up stuff. Sometimes people are going to buy stuff and wear it and then try to return it and say that it was flawed. I even know of people that have had items damaged because a buyer wants to send it back, and they'll straight up rip a hole in it. So you have to, no matter what your business is, account for things like that happening. Even if you ran a construction business, you're going to have to take into account that sometimes you're going to have losses that are out of your control. And just make sure that you are aware of that and it's built in. So this is my last item. Then we're going to get to filming the haul. So yeah, so that's how I package. Thanks for sitting here while I gabbed a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to go film my haul now. If you are seeing this later on and have not watched this haul and the footage, I did film while we were in New Orleans. And it was Tanya from Double T's Treasures and Alicia from Murray Life. Those are my Thrifting pals. And it was fun. And I usually try to film footage of us in the thrift store, and we're all goofy and ridiculous. So stay tuned for that. And I'll see you guys back a little bit.
For his back.
I got a car full of people. We're heading to New Orleans. Look, there's Mama. And we are going to stop by a thrift store while we're over there. We have another mission first, and then I'm going to be heading to the thrift store. So I'm going to do some filming in there, and of course I'll have a haul for you. So stay tuned. Yeah.
Rather have a root canal
Then go to the Saints game? That's terrible.
Archie Manning never got the credit he should have had. Look at that ring. Look at that ring.
I know, all the diamonds.
Well, y'all, if you hadn't guessed, we're at the New Orleans Saints corporate offices. This was a super special day for me. I have been going to the New Orleans Saints game since I was a little girl. My grandparents have been season ticket holders since before the New Orleans Saints had their own stadium, which was the Superdome. And they used to play games when they first became a team at Tulane Stadium, which is a local university in New Orleans. In fact, funny story, there was a Super Bowl at Tulane Stadium in 1970. It was between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. And the kickoff for the show was 2 hot air balloons that were going to be lifted from the field with the mascots for each team on the balloon. Well, the Chiefs balloon got off the field just fine, and then when it was time for the Minnesota Vikings balloon to lift, it started to bounce across the field. not making it up into the air, and actually went up into the stands. And there's a YouTube video you can look up. My grandfather and my dad were at the game, and the balloon headed right for their section. And so they are seen in the video pushing the balloon back onto the field with other audience members. So pretty crazy story, but the reason why I included this is it was just an important day for me. My grandparents are just about 93 and 92 years old. They no longer can go to the games and haven't been able to go for about 5 or so years. So I had taken over the tickets, purchasing the tickets, but they were still in my grandfather's name. They used to have a clause that you could not transfer tickets to anybody unless the ticket holder passed away, and they could will it to you as an heir. However, they have changed that. You now can pay and have it transferred. And we were also able to keep our account number because we're family. And we were able to keep the acquisition date of the current seats we have, which are wonderful seats in the end zone. And we got them in 1992. So that'll be good for me to be able to keep that. But this was just a super important day. I did tear up a little bit because this is a family tradition for us. I know not everybody likes sports, but going to Saints game is something I've done my whole life, and it is something that I will always hold dear to memories of my grandparents. So that is why we were here at corporate offices. After this, we did go have lunch at a wonderful restaurant in New Orleans called Mandina's. You'll see how packed it is, and there's a reason. The food is amazing.
It's all about
Oh, hey, Grandpa's doing a cheers. Here.
all of us and a good ending to the big deal.
Cheers. Boop. That looks good, Mom.
Sorry.
And it's time for dessert. These two are sharing too. Look where I ended up at Goodwill. Mom and I are going to go in and leave the old folks in the car.
All right, it's Saturday morning and I'm about to head out because I have some errands to run. I have to go pick up 2 chairs of City Over from me that I bought from an estate sale for my office. I also need to run to the post office because I have a bunch of packages that need to go out. And I thought I might hit the thrift store and just see what's over that way because I never go to that one. So I'm gonna take you with me. All right, just picked up my new chairs at the estate sale. So let's go over to Goodwill. I think that's what we're gonna do next. I am a little hungry, but I can't stay gone too long because my kids are with my grandparents and they're 91 and 92. So they can't handle the kids for too terribly long. So let's go to Goodwill, then I can grab something to eat and we'll hit the post office. All right, here we are at Goodwill.
Well, y'all, that was a total bust. I rarely leave a thrift store without purchasing anything. I didn't even get those Ariat mules that you saw me pick up. They did need some work, and I've got so many shoes I need to list. I think if I had been filling my cart up, I would have probably still got them because they were a good price, but I just left them for somebody else. My reselling friends have talked about how they don't like to come to the store anymore, and now I know why. I won't be back. Plus, I don't ever drive this way anyway, but I just thought I'd check it since I was down the road.
And we end the week with me taking my Luna girl for a walk around the neighborhood. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this style of video. Again, I have never done a week in the life of a reseller. I've done a day in the life, but it's been quite a while, so I hope you did enjoy it. If you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe, like the video on the way out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.